Good evening. Welcome to Ubuntu channel. It's another Saturday. We get to give you the usual program, getting to add your voice or react to the stories that we do have. Stories and headlines of the week, and the program is called My Point of View. To host it, my name is Charles right here, and right on the panel, we're joined by Mr. Mukelabai, who is actually the usual person on the panelists to actually get to help us react to the stories that we do have. Mr. Mukelabai, good evening and welcome to the program.
Good evening, Chaza, and good evening, viewers.
It's definitely good to have you as usual right here on the program.
Thank you. Same.
Right, let's take a look at the first story, rather, and get to see what we have in terms of reactions on the other side.
As the country strives for economic development, women have been urged to be part of the process. Vice President Mutalena Lumango has urged women in the manufacturing industry to be pioneers in championing innovation. She said this during a Women in Industry training event organized by the Zambia Association of Manufacturers in Lusaka.
It is for this reason that the UPND administration, guided by the visionary leadership of the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, is dedicated to creating an environment where women's economic empowerment is not just a policy statement, but a lived reality. We are therefore working tirelessly to implement policy, legal and administrative reforms that ensure women have access to finance, markets, technology, and training.
Minister of Commerce, Trade and Industry, Chipoka Mulenga, urged the women drawn from various sectors to form partnerships so as to grow their businesses.
You have shown and you have proved that you can be a strong partner in developing our economies.
Zambia Association of Manufacturers Vice President Francine Halova called for the harnessing of the full potential of women in industry.
Empowering women in industry is not merely a moral imperative, it is a strategic imperative for driving innovation, productivity, and sustainable development.
The Women in Industry training provides a platform to build capacity and celebrate the contribution of women in the various industries. Sharon Siame, ZNBC News, Lusaka.
There we have it. Women regarded as, partners in development, and that time that were neglected is, seemingly coming to an end. And the government has shown this in, the policies or intention to actually, implement the policies that they are coming up with, and also the proposed legal reforms. Mr. Mukelabai, your reaction to this story?
Well, it's high time. We have been talking about women being recognized, and we even make it a news as though it's something that we started today. We actually would love to see the participation of women in all professions, in all corners of the nation. We don't want to segregate them just because they are female. Then we need to give them special treatments. No, they need to also be involved, and women are known to be entrepreneurs themselves. Just by way more women from the market, you can see how committed they are when it comes to going to sell their products, or they sell their merchandise just to get something at the end of the day, so that they could put food on the table. They are doing a lot, and it is women that are driving the economy. So we need to revamp in their engagement, and we need to engage them, not just the government, because the government they'll just get mileage for them to, but everyone should be on board, so that at least we participate in helping our women, to not just women, everyone, to be able to be involved in productions and selling, of course, and advertising our products. And we need to help and promote our local products at all costs. So seeing the government getting involved, it's a plus. At the same time, we need society, civil society, to get also involved. Otherwise, there's nothing much I can say on this one, because we have said a lot about recognition of women, and we know that they are well recognized, but of course we still find a pocket of injustices regarding to the treatment of women today in our society, and this is because of the Miambo. So we need to change our mindset and our narrative in approaching when we talk about equality and sharing of responsibilities as a nation. That's my take for now.
Right. Thank you so much. And, as it were, from the beginning, a woman has been, regarded as a weaker vessel. And this is why the intention has been to support and also incorporate the woman and give the woman an equal opportunity, just like the man. It is a good intention. And remember, there's a saying that you educate a woman, you educate the nation. The men are actually regarded, as not much caring compared to women. These are, sayings and probably beliefs, and this is why we need to show that the woman is also incorporated in all the development, platforms, sectors, and so on and so forth. It's good to have you on picture, Mr. Mkelawai. And we proceed to take a look at the next story, and we're coming back on the other side. Remember, this program is designed, for you to react to these stories that we do have. Those of you that are following on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, you are actually welcome to make a comment, or even better still, join us right on set using the links that we are yet to share right in the comment section. Remember, this is Ubuntu channel, and you are watching or following my point of view. Let's take a look at the next story.
Former presidential press aide Amos Chanda, his wife and his sister-in-law have each been handed 7 months simple imprisonment for insulting and obstruction. The trio stood charged with 3 counts of using insulting language and obstructing SEC officers, an incident which happened on October 27, 2021. Particulars before the court were that in count 1, Mr. Chanda used insulting language on 3 SEC officers, while in count 2, Mr. Chanda's wife, Mebo Nakaundi, and her sister, Ruth Nakaundi, used insulting language on 8 officers. In count 3, the trio obstructed officers and delayed their lawful search at a named house in Woodlands. When the matter came up for judgment, Magistrate Dominic Makalicha said the state had proved the matter beyond reasonable doubt and that the words used on the officers were insults and provocative. Magistrate Makalicha said there was evidence that the officers were provoked but restrained themselves. He said even though the defense said the Bemba words used were not insults, mere denial was not enough. The court found the trio guilty and sentenced them accordingly. In mitigation, the now convicts, through their lawyer, asked the court for leniency and that they were first offenders. The court said he had considered the evidence and that the convicts were first offenders but needed to be punished to send a warning to others who are in the habit of provoking officers. Meanwhile, trial has continued in the matter, where former First Lady Esther Lungu and 4 others are charged with theft. Earlier, Magistrate Mbuyana Simvula denied an application by the defense to cite state witness Elizabeth Piri for contempt. This was after Ms. Piri, the owner of the property alleged to have been stolen, told court that she could not find her patient record books for the period between 2019 and 2021. Magistrate Simvula said she found the explanation by Ms. Piri, who is still on stand, satisfactory. Memory Buku, ZN.
There we have it. Stories from the magistrates' courts there. And we do have Amos Chanda, the wife and the sister-in-law, sent to prison for insulcious language. Mr. Mkelawai, your reaction?
Well, that's what happens when you think you are above the law, and because you have a little bit of money in your position, or because you've worked with the authorities or rubbing shoulders with head of states, and then you think you can take the law into your own hands by degrading, treating officers of the law, officers that are supposed to simply enforce the law. I could see, it's not that they accused these people unfairly. Truly, we saw there were some videos that went viral where these guys were showering insults, profanities to the law enforcers, just because the law enforcers were there to investigate or to interrogate certain or to carry out their duties. We saw that they were being called stupid idiots, and we call all sorts of names. And of course, using Bemba language is a very strong language when it comes to insults. We have seen the way the language is being abused on the social media. People are using the language to use very, very derogative statements and calling people all sorts of names using Bemba. And these people are putting this beautiful tribe or this beautiful language in disrepute. And we should thank and applaud the government or the judiciary and the prosecutors for disciplining such people who are trying to tarnish the beautiful and wonderful tribe or the language being used, because Bemba, I think, is one of the most beautiful languages that can be spoken and everyone understand. And luckily, everyone listens to this language. Everyone speaks the language. Very few who don't. All the country, in the 9 provinces of the country, we express ourselves in Bemba. Tulalande Chibemba. Olo tuli balozi, tuli batonga, tuli bakuchipata, ichibemba chena twalichitemwa. And ngatuwamfu abantu bamba okutuka okuusinga ichibemba, using the language with profanities, with a lot of bad. We find it so disturbing that they are tarnishing this beautiful language, this beautiful tribe. We don't want to go there. So with the punishment given so far, we should just say kudos, and they deserve. Amos Chanda, together with his wife and the in-laws, they deserve to be in that prison. And the punishment was even very, very lenient. It was lenient that they were given that little punishment. They should go in for a long time. But we have seen and we have heard. This is the second time now people using hate language or insultive language being sentenced to prison, being convicted. So it's a wake-up call to everyone on social media or everywhere that is trying to be a smart pant and start using abusive profanities onto the social media or onto the officers or even to the government officials. start calling them names. Iwe uliwabufiwe, kabolala iwe shani uko, iwe. Those will come and haunt you. Those same words. We are setting a very, very big precedent right now. And anyone that will be found wanting will face the law and will be sentenced to prison. And guess what? Our African prisons, they are not hotels. Our African prisons, they are more like death camps. Once you go in just for 1 week, you come out of there, you are dead. You know, you are dead because of the conditions that that people are subjected. Those places are supposed to be a rehabilitation center where our brothers should be able to learn a lesson that I've learned my lesson. I will never ever try to do this. But if you continue thinking that this freedom that you have, then you can go ahead and jeopardize it and put your family, your own family, in harm's way. Then you are done. You are the causer. In me, I blame Amos Chanda on all this. He is the one who gave those women the power, the authority to say, anyone that comes, please shower them with or whatever profanities, or even beat them. Unfortunately, the law is there to guide us. So he got what he wanted, and we are not sympathetic with them anymore. Sorry, but law has to be applied, unfortunately. But we love our Bemba language. We need to use it in a very nice and beautiful way. Actually, it's one of the most romantic language to use when you are proposing a woman. So why not, instead of using it for my insults? Awe twakana kweturefwaya alo nali kutemwa likagero lemoneka wena. Those are wonderful. That is what we need to hold on to. Not pachani awe twakana inserena twakana. And it's a good example na toteramkwa.
All right, I think those of us that are watching is definitely a lesson as regards to what can happen to you if you have the freedom of expression today and you misuse it by insulting. The law will definitely get to catch up with you, and when it does, it will be a moment of regret. Let us be careful, what we say today, because it may come and haunt us tomorrow, just like Lucky Dube sang, in one of his songs. At this point in time, let's take a look at the next, story.
Back Southern Province, ama youth wonderful kweba nomba. Apa manje mwaziwonongera mweka bakulu banu bamiwonongela baononga zina ya mdudu baononga zina ya imwe mayouth mwenzo funiko boro imirila kumayezi yobwela kusogolo kuchoka kuma Southern Province. Apas for now wamene mkulu wanu wamene alipo ndiye first and last akaenda che kuchoka nishibonse kwa sila songa ni nchito beta mungeneletu mupolisi kuopi muami mungeneletu tikabwela ni chikwepe ni kuchokeratu muyendelatu fuakalive ndelimo. You are gone. Kenzo funa timiyese bantu banamba kudala kukamba voipa palimu ataba bantu sibali munshi, they are not good people. Touch that decide as a Mazambian kumipa sani nchito waononga ziko mu 3 years yaoneka monga ni 100 years monga ni Somalia na Mogadishu. Muzibiretu Southern Province kwa sila confirm.
We draw some more lessons. We indeed draw some more lessons. A person speaks, derogatory, remarks with the freedom that they have, freedom of expression, freedom of speech. You know, you can capture yourself on camera, post on social media, but the law will be coming behind you, chasing fast, and it will definitely get to catch up with you. This is what we get, you know, from the clip that we are from, you know, seeing. Mr. Mkelabai once.
I am just enjoying this government is when this government talked of the rule of law, applying the rule of law, recognizing the rule of law. This is what we are talking about. Yes, wala bwata, but the people have a last laugh, you know. Wala bwata, wala landa fyonse fole fokulanda. You will talk. This is what we've been telling you in Chirikata. It is not restricting you for your freedom of expression. See, problem here, freedom of expression. We have mistook. We have misinterpreted this phrase. Freedom of expression does not mean you put other people's lives in danger, or rather, you start spreading hate speech or divisive language. That is not freedom of that freedom of speech or freedom of expression. That is not, you know, the moment you start expressing yourself by endangering other tribes or precipitating hate and spreading or inciting people to rise against the authorities, insurrection, for example, you are simply digging your own grave. You see, the government has decided to give you, the Zambian people, this freedom of speech, freedom of expression. But the problem is us, the citizen, they have given us enough rope to use it to climb it, use it to pull things nicely, and so that they benefit us. But when we use this rope to coil ourselves on our heads, it's gonna actually strangle us, and we're gonna be found in a jeopardy. So the best thing we can do is let's follow the law. Such kind of language where you are talking, the way that young man, I don't know whether he's a young man or an old man, the way he was coming out, I'm not surprised that he ended up in handcuffs. Maybe a few years from now, we'll hear that he has been slapped with a penalty or imprisonment. If you are kuifwaira, if you wake up now, we kalira munganda, takuli ulia kudionkola, ba government wale kupere, wale kubikire umunani pa table, or if you are kule pa table, but because you just support or you hear abantu abalelanda balebwata bwata politician, then nawe chakukola waingira pa social media wamba okutuka abantu or wamba okulanda pali hate. Tongas, and you think Tongas are not Zambian? The way he was coming out, it's like he's saying as though Southern Province are not opposed, and we just gave them a favor by President Hakainde being in an office. That was just a favor for Zambia. That's not true. They are Zambians, and they are supposed to enjoy the privilege of being a Zambian just like any other person, just like Bembas, Nyanjas, Tonga, everyone. One Zambia, one nation. Now, to hear such kind of narrative, that's why Monati, most people that you see, mostly people that have a problem with the IQ, low IQ. Na kuno kuma Europe, we see that these are the chaps that are busy west in terms of perpetrating racism. They are racist, and once you get hold of them, they are just nothing. And it's the same thing in Zambia. Or the chaps that are busy pushing this tribalist agenda. Ilingirine tabakwata mano. Ni fida twale itat fi group 1, fi group 3. Ifikopo. Pantunga walikwata fi amano ya amano fie, the normal common sense. You know that you are not supposed to bully other people. You are not supposed to to negate other tribes. You're not supposed to speak against, to spread hate on division or divisive language. No. So we are happy that the police bounced on that chap. And it's a wake-up call to every one of you. I have heard Avena Chirufya Tayari using the same narrative. I have heard Avena Shoni Tembo, Utuvena Munia Zulu, Munia Zulu, at least to my parliamentarian. They are using the same narrative, language, tribal. You can see that they are holding on to this tribal issue. These are chaps that we should look out for and put them in their rightful place, because their tribal remarks or their tribalism is meant to divide the nation, and we are not going to allow that, because we have women in Southern Province, in Eastern Province, where we have children with from Copper Belt, from Northern Province. We are intermarried in Zambia. We cannot, even civil war can never break out in Zambia. No matter how you try, it will be impossible. Why? Because we are so interconnected. We are so interconnected, and that is the beauty of Akaunda. He was so smart with his team to bring the whole nation together. So, therefore, create division. Ngatwa kusanga, you are bringing hate, divisive language. We can ponona you. I'm telling you, because you are planting a very terrible seed. Because look at what happened in Rwanda. The same hate, it can bring a lot of problems in our country. Zambia will love it. It's a peaceful country. And to see useless creatures busy precipitating, spreading hate and divisive language, oh no, we are not going to be sorry for you. When you are arrested and sent to prison, we will celebrate, because we hate racism, we hate tribalism, tribalists, we hate them. Like Hitler. That's how we hate tribe. Anyone that is going to talk about tribalism, hate, divisive, will hate you and will hunt you, will get you, will put you in jail. If we can't, we'll deal with you the other way. But we don't want to break the law. As we are law-abiding citizens, we love our country. Ichalo chesu twali chitemwa. Zambia, fwebena Zambia twali temwana. Nga twakumfwa yolelete divisive language. Awe mwandi tatwa kakuleke tukakukonka. Wherever you are, we'll follow you, we'll find you, we'll deal with you. That is the language we should send to tribalists. I'm a tribalist. Now, government, if you want to pursue this tribal card, we'll hunt you down, we'll get to you, we'll remove you and prosecute you. Simple. I hate tribalists. I hate racists. Those are terrible. It's a cancer that we don't need in our country. Let's talk about the economy, not if you have a tribal hate. No ways. Let me end here because good narande thing.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Mkelawa. And indeed, I do agree with you that it is against also the law of the land. The Constitution clearly provides that you need not discriminate at all. You need not discriminate a person because of their color, creed, tribe, and so on and so forth. So today, politics are supposed to be up to date, and up to date kind of politics require that they should be issue based, and the issue of using tribalism, and so on. I think those days are long gone. And if you do so, you are on your own, like the president indicated that even if you belong to the ruling party and you are going against the law, you are on your own. And the law will actually get to catch up with you. And there's no, disparity, no discrimination. No one is above the law. As long as you are against the law will definitely get to catch up with you. It's one Zambia, one nation that we want to see, and regardless of the tribe, as long as you have substance, will definitely go for you at any time. Let's go and have a look at the next story. Remember, this is Ubuntu channel, and you are watching and following my point of view.
You see, we are not going to be like the UPND, who would stay in opposition, led by HH for about 16 years, and jump into government, and instead of learning from the mistakes of those that you've taken over from, you actually perfect those mistakes. You perfect them. You actually take the looting of state resources to another level. To tell you the truth, what the PF was stealing was small change. Compared to what the stealing is being done today. If you look at a technical level, from a technical perspective, the massive looting of Zambia's resources will leave this country on its knees. If not, it has not already, taken it to its knees.
We hear this being said, especially by you politicians, but you've never ever been courageous enough or bold enough to produce this empirical evidence of corruption, whether you're reporting the UPND to the Anti-Corruption Commission or the DEC. Where's the evidence?
Well, you see,
besides
if you give me an opportunity to use a blanket statement and talk about politicians, I would say politicians are bad people. Because, sometimes they speak as though they don't think at all. And most often they would actually level, allegations that are unmeritorious, or as the interviewer in that program indicated, those that are non-empirical, and so on. So someone says what was being stolen was a pocket change, and it was so de minimis that it shouldn't even be regarded that, it was looting at all. But the current government is the one that is, wasting resources and also stealing. Mr. Mkelabai, let me invite you to react to this story.
And that is what called delusional and denial, living in denial, just because you want to set up a political mileage. Unfortunately, people are not stupid. We are able to see through, telling the Zambian people that what PF stole was change. The change that we even failed to pay back, we defaulted. The change that has put this nation on our knees. Today, the economy is still struggling. Had it not been the Zambian people to decide, look, let's just take these guys out. They have no vision at all for this country. They have destroyed so much. Had we not decided to bring the right person, the right individual, that is HH, an economist, together with his team, where would this country be tomorrow, today? Where would this economy? I'm telling you, this country or the government was going to be declared bankrupt, and the nation was going to be in trouble today had Lungu or anybody else won the government, won the 2021 election. But lesari tutemwa kwebekala cha kweme na Zambia He gave us this gentleman for a reason. The current leadership, had he not come and put up the loopholes that they claim that those were just to change. That's sad. That is promoting, that is acknowledging theft, that it's okay to steal as long as it's change. Who does that? Who says that? And if you have enough evidence, like I like Costa, the way Costa comes out, and that is how journalists should be able to react when they are faced with such useless a politician that are trying to mislead the nation. They should be given stiffer questions where they fail to respond. They start mumbo jumbling now. You know, where is the evidence that this country today there's so much theft? Who will dare to steal today in Hakainde's Ichilema's government? The moment you do that, my dear, if at all there are ministers that you know and there are PSs, whoever in the HH that are stealing today, I think they must be stealing on their they're standing on their on the thin line on their thread, because once HH finds out, those guys are gone. We will be the first, because there will be nothing like these are sacrificial lambs. I mean, these are ministers. We have to put them under. These guys, they are even more scared. No one, because they have been thinking that by coming into government, most of these UPND guys, Awama ministers, they thought by coming into government, they were going to now enrich themselves as well and be like their counterparts from the previous regime. But there's a captain who does not want any nonsense, zero corruption tolerant. He does not want any. A corruption is a disease, it's a cancer, and Ichilema hates such, he is allergic to that. And the moment any saving minister, PS, whatever, found wanting, just pack your bags and leave. And tomorrow, don't be surprised when you are incarcerated. Because Ichilema, what is he going to steal? He's already okay, he's comfortable. He's not stealing to go and build himself a property or to go and buy speedboats or launches. He's got those things already. That's why he is the right person to be where he is. Because we know that, because we are Zambian, I know Zambians the way we think. That's why today we are fighting for positions so that we get rich, we get more money. But unfortunately, I don't think there will be any money. If there will be too much money that will be going to these guys, but now once you are found, you are gone. This government, this current government, this HH regime, or I don't think will give room for any corrupt leader to go through this. I don't think so. That's why even the opposition right now, they are failing. They are finding it difficult to prove. Oh, Sujilite, where are those chaps who were involved in Sujilite? Where are they? Are they still serving as ministers, or are they police officers? Where are they? They are in their rightful place. Right now, they are going maybe to court. Some they lost their jobs. So there's no room for corruption in the HH regime. If there is, then you must be smarter, because you'll be caught. He's going to catch you. We will catch you. We'll hunt you down. We'll catch you. So imwema opposition, ngamulefo kwikata abantu. Come up with proper evidence. You have enough space and time, not just hearsay, rumors, innuendos. propaganda takulefo kufika mitwala. Come up with proper evidence. Go have enough trail evidence. Come and produce nabeva ishindalamba baile mukusenda. Like what we used to see in PF. It's easy. That's why lelo they are busy surrendering properties. Whatever is happening behind closed doors, you Zambians don't know. That's why we are telling the UPND to be giving information. The properties that you are busy recovering. Indalama balebo eshama guys out. Bambina beshimano kuishwati hapa baleya. And they've realized to say the game is over. They are now paying back. That's why some of them, they are busy in parliament. They are busy running up and down. Now they are quiet. Why do you think they are? Don't think they're just, no. These who are busy yapping, those who still have to suck. But not we are coming. We are getting them. So, that there's corruption today. And listen to the narrative. That the corruption that was in PF, that I'm a change. Seriously. I'm a change for 10 years. Listen, I'm a change. Honestly, what does that? We are in this mess because of such kind of narrative. That former minister, I don't even know his name. He should be ashamed of himself for saying things like that. We are busy fighting for corruption. Dirty politicians should be gotten rid of, out of the radar of politics. So awe mwilako nkobu fi, that propaganda, I don't know, I've seen that it belongs to Ukwa. It's the same PF chaps. They're PF Lungu people. Those are Lungu supporters. Whether you like it or not, that's Lungu. So we cannot entertain such nonsense that accept, tolerate, and acknowledge Ulima Mwivara, or rather corruption as change. Honestly, you have the audacity to say such words. Who do you think you are? And who do you think you are telling the people? Who do you think we are? How do you take us for? What do you take us for? You think we are idiots? Away. Gentlemen, let's be serious with our country. You have put us in this mess that we are in today. Whether you like it or not, Lungu's administration is the reason why we are in this mess today. So let us just wait, give HH a chance to fix what he can. If he cannot fix everything, thank God, then we'll get rid of him. But for now, he's the right man that is going to fight, that is shown by examples and is walking the talk. No matter how you may go around and spread rumors or this kind of propaganda of saying, no, wabufi. You think we are going to understand? You think we're going to believe you guys? Ubufi. Ubufi ni mwevo. Bakachepa ni mwevo. Those who are busy stealing, who are bad-hearted, imitimei bikwati ni washetani. Awe. Busy running behind the Bible. No, we are men of God. You are busy stealing. And you are even mocking us that I'm a change. Jesus Christ. Let the authority deal with such people. If you don't have evidence and you are busy accusing people of nothing, you will be followed as well. Because you are the people who are busy spreading lies. And we don't want liars. Stop calling our current president a liar when his term of office is ending in 2026. Probably you are going to give him another term to finish up his program. You want to curtail his tenure. For what? When he is busy sorting out problems. Nishimulewe Shama properties. Why are you returning? Why do we see you guys getting arrested, convicted?
All right, Mr. Mkelawai. I think we've dwelt so much on this issue, and the point is clear. I must believe that the point to take home has, been eminent there. And Percy Chama, it's good to know that you are following the program through Facebook. We greatly appreciate that. And yes, indeed, if you are alleging that there's theft, there's corruption, and you come on, TV or social media or any platform, any media, we are actually expecting you to come with evidence, because the law provides that he who alleges must prove. So those allegations that you are leveling, we are expecting you to actually come with proof. And as citizens, we'll be glad to know if indeed what you are claiming is what it is, and we get to learn and get to make our own decisions out of that. But if you do not have evidence, we are not interested in actually listening to such utterances, and also such things that you bring on different media. This is Ubuntu Channel, my point of view. Let's take a look at the next story.
I thank God that justice has been served. That is all I can say. I give God the glory. Kids, teachers out there, be mindful. Our learners go through a lot. They come with a lot of problems from their homes. Just be attentive to listen to their stories, and God will serve you better in that way. So, just an advice, an encouragement to every teacher out there. Please, let's be attentive and pay more attention to our learners.
That was a stepmother who was abusing the stepson, and we had that item right on, my point of view, I think last year or somewhere there. And right now we have seen that she has been, sentenced because of abusing the stepson. And we are glad to actually report that, the law has really caught up with, this lady. And the person we saw in the clip is actually the teacher who reported. She took a video and posted on social media, indicating that the child is being, abused in that manner. And yeah, we are glad to really know the outcome of the courts regarding the issue. Mr. Mkelawai, your reaction?
Yeah, exactly what we are talking about. We've already spoken about when you break the law will visit you. I mean, I'm just happy at this point of time. This is what we used to tell people, that muisamwa sana lelo, because there are things, I mean, ngabakwikata lelo, tulemona you are busy running up and down, lelo everyone is quiet. Why? Because the judgments, they are about to be passed, and they know that their lawyers have advised them that, sorry, your time is up. That's why now mfona bonse abantu bali abalepanga emirandu akale mu January kachinga nimshinga last year. Now ifika pa chorus, they are being sentenced. With that woman that abused a child, that's the example that we talk about, to say justice always prevail. So if you are found guilty, you're found wanting, definitely you go. Like I said, and I'll still repeat, African prisons, they are not hotel rooms. They stopped serving their purposes for a long time. I think Mwerensky, during the colonial times, the purpose of rehabilitations. These days, the way we take care of our inmates, it is a tragedy sight in the eyes of God or anyone. Kavieni prison, mukatandale, mukamone, how people that have broken the law, how they sleep, how they spend their nights in prison. Prison are not a rightful place to go to, Bane. In Africa, African prisons, they are death camps. They are killing you softly. The moment you go in prison, just for 1 week, you come out of there, you are a dead soul. Because once you come out there, you will have problems with your health. You will have problem with your mental state. You are not going to be okay because what you are going to witness there, it is something that you will never accept, but it will damage your mentally state. Your mental state will be definitely, for you to be rehabilitated, Katwishi, it is difficult to rehabilitate criminal people in that. And that's why in Gawafuma, that's why we see a politician, they want to run away. They run, they hide. They know the life. There's nothing like in boss. You used to live in the beautiful. No, there's nothing like that. Prisons are not the rightful places. That's why corruption, they are making busy. They are busy striking deals with the prosecution. They don't want to go in prison. Why do you think these who are facing corrupt charges, they are busy hiring the most expensive lawyers who are charging them millions of kwachas just to go and say, no, it wasn't me. I did not steal. They are trying to avoid to go muchfungo because they know what is in there. That's a death camp, my dear brothers and sisters. You go in there, you come out. You'll be lucky to be alive. Because those prisons, they will kill you softly. Killing you softly. Panono, uleya, until you expire. There will be nothing like you have money, you are rich, you are a millionaire. You come out of that prison, my friend, my brother, you come back to your normal life, it will be like something else. So that's why we are telling you, please stop breaking the law. Avoid breaking the law, because you don't know where you are going to end up tomorrow. And it's not that those guys that are in prison today, they wanted to be there. Some of them, they ignored the luxury they have. So just be careful. Don't break the law. Don't abuse other people. Respect other people's space. Respect human beings. Don't abuse children. Don't abuse anybody. Take good care of your neighbor. That's what I can say for now.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Mukelabai. And now we again take a view of a story and come back and do a wrap right here. Let's take a look at the next story.
In the matter where 13-year-old Sharon Banda of Lusaka West was allegedly killed by dogs belonging to her father's former employer has started Alan Banda, her father, has testified that the deceased had dog bites on her body and there was blood all over when she was discovered. Mr. Banda, who worked at the farm as a poultryman, has also told court that at the point the chickens were small, the employees were required to shift from their compound houses to the poultry houses where they made temporary structures. He said at the time the incident happened, his wife and their 2 children were staying with him at the makeshift structure. The witness said that on the fateful day, he asked his daughter to stay back to help him with household chores. He said after searching and calling out for his daughter, he didn't get a response, but noticed dogs at the corner of the poultry which appeared to be eating something. Another former employee, Brighton Mwemba, has testified that the deceased was beaten all over her body and blood was coming out while the dogs were lying close to the body with blood around their mouths. Mr. Mwemba has also confirmed that the dogs were not properly secured and that everyone at the farm was afraid of being beaten. The witness added that there was no one specifically assigned to look after the dogs and that the witness himself would sometimes feed the dogs by throwing dead chickens to them. Both the deceased's father and Mr. Mwemba have identified the accused as the owner of the dogs. Meanwhile, Zaua Zulu, an employee at one of the neighboring farms, has told court that Mr. Shi's dogs used to invade his employer's farm and attacked animals. Judge Egispo Mwasa has since adjourned the matter to March 19 for continuation of trial. Memory Buku, ZNBC News in Lusaka. An environmental health inspector at Chilanga Municipal Council is among the latest witnesses in the matter where a 13-year-old girl was allegedly killed by dogs belonging to a Chinese national. Mani Kangwengwe, who was among the officers who visited the farm after the incident, has told court that one of her duties include facilitating registration of dogs. She has testified that the dogs at New Kingo Farm were not registered as is required by owners of dogs older than 3 months. The witness further testified that the Dog Control Act only allows a dog owner to keep up to 2 dogs per household. She said in an event that one wishes to keep more dogs, they are required to write to the local authority who authorize at their discretion. Meanwhile, a scene of crime management officer at Matero Police Station in Lusaka has presented a photo album of 6 scene photos. The photo album depicts, among other details, the general view of the farm, the spot where the body was discovered, the position of the body, and the dog injuries on it. Mr. Brian Sihoka has told court that the victim suffered multiple dog bites, which could have only been caused by more than 5 dogs. During cross-examination, the defense alleged that the dogs could have been stray dogs that found their haven at New Kingo Farm. Judge Egispo Mwasa has since adjourned the matter to April 12, 2024 for continuation of trial. Memory Buku, ZNBC.
Yeah, we have it very unfortunate, dogs are killed, a 13-year-old child there. And findings are that the dogs were not even registered. The dogs were not secured. The dogs were, being thrown with dead chickens, and they got used to eating, blood. And so they killed, a human being, and they actually ate part of the human being. And they've been terrorizing the whole area, as it were. Mr. Mukelabai, your reaction?
Well, the matter is before the court of law, so we just need to wait and see how far the case will go, and depend on whatever defense. It's a sad development that a child was killed. We lost a human being, and the owners of the beasts should have been careful enough to secure their animals, especially when they know that they are domestic animals. They are vicious, and unfortunately, if they are found, the owners, if they are found guilty, they may actually be compelled to compensate or rather pay. So we just wait to the court to decide the fate of this case. But otherwise, we cannot say much because we don't want to be cited, with contempt or to preempt the case and being discussed in the social media. But we can just say that it's a sad development that we lost a soul, a human being, and just wish to send our condolences to the family. And we know that it will be difficult to get to replace that child. So the owners of the dog must just be lenient and be forgiving, and rather ask for forgiveness, not putting up a defense that is just going to make it worse. Anyway, we just leave that up to the courts of law, because we can't bring back a little, is it a girl or a boy? We can't bring that child back. That child is born. And those dogs, if I were the community, would ask those dogs to be excommunicated, or to be put to sleep as well, because they've already tested the human flesh and they can do it again. These are animals. So it is important that the veterinary should put those dogs to sleep. And the owners should now be cautious enough. Thank you.
I remember when we were, young boys, the council would go around checking if the dogs that you are keeping are vaccinated and registered and so on and so forth. And those that were not were being shot there and then. And, that is a precautionary kind of measure, that is supposed to be undertaken. But it's unfortunate that right now we are seeing the authorities coming in, after loss of lives or actually, damage already caused. We are being reactive instead of being, proactive. I think this is not the way it is supposed to be, because these things can be prevented. Whoever is keeping, animals must ensure that they are secured, and also ensure that they don't actually get to tamper with, another person's property, or also, human beings, because they are a danger to society. So we need to exercise, due care and protect, such things from happening. I hope the authorities would, embark on such kind of proactive, measures. Looking at time, I wish we could, go.
Talk to the Wogaring Combo and the Minister of Local Government, so that they can push up this program again, where they have to go around their local authorities to check, especially under public health department, so that they could check if those dogs, that are kept in our communities are vaccinated and have the papers, because you never know what is going to happen. Because we see a lot of dogs loitering around. They have rabies. They have got, and they pose as a danger as well if they are not taken good care of. And you know how us African, the way we treat dogs, not good, not good.
Exactly.
So we need to put up serious measures. Yeah.
Very, 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 very true. And in most areas, there are a lot of stray dogs that even move in large groups. And, if you are walking probably after 7 p.m., it's a danger, in the compounds, and you may be attacked. So these dogs really, they need to be taken care of. And like you said, the authorities indeed should come in and protect the citizens against such animals. All right, Mr. Mkelabai, I wish we could go beyond, but time is not our best ally at this point in time. We need to close the program. It's been a great time once more, being with you right here on the program. Not forgetting the people out there that have been following through Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and so on and so forth. We greatly appreciate as our Ubuntu channel. This has been my point of view, and your host. My name is Chaza right here. Till next time, God bless you all.
It to mess.